All right, three, two, one. Welcome back to Backward Point Podcast. We are in the middle of Broward County Stadium here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Pakistan has just played their second T20I. We saw it live, Bashar. Initial thoughts? What do you think?
Initial thoughts, what a classical thriller match.
Yeah.
It went to the wire, last ball. West Indies, Pakistan were fighting off to see who's going to let the match slip away. West Indies came out clutch in the end. Lots to talk about. But if you're wondering, where is that green background? Where is the Shoaib Akhtar book behind me? Well, as you can see, we're in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
We've just managed to somehow get here. Our flight got cancelled 10 hours before we were supposed to fly out. And we somehow managed to fly to Buffalo, catch the flight to Fort Lauderdale, get here, and cover this match. It's been an absolute crazy
Past 24 hours.
Past 24 hours.
There was a moment where we thought we wouldn't make it. You and I had a moment where I was like, Bashar, I think we should cancel it. I don't think we're going to be able to make it. And, there were so many Florida fans of Backward Point that flew away all over the world. We literally got ambushed here in the stands. So much love, so much appreciation. Honestly, I can say this now. We have the best fans in the world.
It is absolutely insane. We do this podcast out of a home office from our room, and we sometimes forget that our people are listening. They're listening to us while they're in the gym, while they're driving. We're part of their lives. And it's only when we see you guys in person that we realize how big of an impact this podcast has had. So thank you guys for listening in, for making our dreams come true. This is an absolute fever dream. There's Ian Bishop and Bazatan right behind me.
Right
doing
here,
their post-match show.
And we're doing it right next to them. And so this is like, it makes us a bit more legit.
So we're better on our time crunch because we don't know when these lights will go off.
I think it'll be funny if the lights go off in between.
It's going to be like light chili.
And it'll be indicative of the Pakistan match today.
Right. But if the light goes
darkness.
off, Hassan Ali will not turn on the generator.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hassan Ali had a really bad match. Bashar, let's go
Match by match. Pakistan wins the toss. They bat first. There's one change. Haris Rauf goes out. Hassan Ali comes in. I think this is part of Pakistan's rotation policy. It is extremely hot and humid here.
We are sweating just being in front of you guys.
We have not played a single ball. We've just been sitting in the press box and sweating buckets. We're very close to the seaside. There's kind of a breeze blowing here, but for the most part, it is quite hot and humid. And Pakistan is trying to rotate their bench bowler. Haris Rauf just came back from a hamstring injury that he picked up in the MLC. And Hassan Ali is also making his comeback. So good to see a rotation policy, a workload management going on. And so Pakistan wins the toss. They go into bat. And we have an absolute horror of a power play. Pakistan was 24 for 3, losing wickets of Saim Ayub, Mohammad Haris, and Sadaf Farhan.
We had Michelle St. Patrick from the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, shout out Michelle, who was sitting next to us in the entire first innings. And man, honestly, if there's one guy you want to sit next to while watching a West Indies cricket match, it's that guy. The passion, the aggression that he has, the commentary he has off the record is absolutely fun. But there was one thing he was saying during the power play about Pakistan's batting, which I totally agree with. He said Pakistan is sort of losing the plot really early on here, and this will come back to bite them. When I look back, the crucial moment where Pakistan sort of lost all momentum going into this T20I was those first 6 overs.
Let's talk about Pakistan's batting, because anywhere where conditions have been challenging, whether it be New Zealand, Bangladesh, and now here, any spin, any swing, and our batting is just clueless. We don't know how to adapt. And these are concerning signs because we're looking ahead at an Asia Cup that's in Dubai, at a T20 World Cup that's going to be played in Sri Lanka. So a lot of question marks, a lot of concerning signs in Pakistan not being able to adapt and mold to the conditions. I spoke to Jason Holder in the post-match, and Jason mentioned that this was a better pitch than the first game.
I think Jason is sort of giving himself a little bit more credit here. I wholeheartedly disagree. We saw the first game amid a lot of chaos when our flights got cancelled. Thank you, Delta Airlines. But we were just watching the game throughout, and I felt like I think Jason was giving himself a little bit more credit than the pitch actually was showing, because the pitch was staying low, the pitch was turning. There were moments where Jason Holder was swinging the bat and the ball would miss his bat by a foot. So I don't know exactly. I think he's giving himself a little bit more credit.
Even the conditions out here, the outfield is a pretty big ground. On the sides, especially, the square is quite long, and the outfield isn't the quickest here. When the ball lands, it kind of just sort of dies in. There's a lot of sand.
Yeah, a lot of dust, a lot of
under
sand
this
here.
Grass.
Yeah,
I would not be diving here if I was a player. So because of that, we're not seeing a lot of boundaries that are going, balls that are going in the gaps, going for boundaries. So that did not help Pakistan's case. There was a middle overs save by Hassan Nawaz and Fakhr Zaman and Salman Al Yaga. I thought at one point we were going to collapse for like 70 all out.
What did you think about that middle over save? Like, there was a push to make sure that Pakistan had a redeemable total. I think 130, 134, 137? Was it?
133.
133 was a fighting total. I mean, it went to the last ball here. Do you think Agha is happy with himself right now? With his batting? Because we saw him go out, and I don't know if the camera showed this, but in the dugout he was very frustrated, kicking bats.
He got out playing the reverse sweep. I think he's pissed probably because he got in, and it was at that
33
moment
deliveries,
where he was looking to push off, get to a big score, and set the platform for guys like Fahim and Nawaz to come in and go big, that he got out. I think Agha also rates himself quite highly against spin. People say he's a great spin player. And since they've been saying that, his spin stats have not been the best.
Yeah, I think we were the ones who called it out on the podcast with Islam United, and now here we are with the Salman Agha that's struggling with spin.
Right, and Agha, there's a lot of question marks in the media regarding his own place in the team, which I don't really agree with. I think he is a great leader. He is a great batsman, and today he showed us if he was not there as the anchor player, we would have been bowled out for like 80 odd.
Look, I think we need to give a little context to that great leader stat. A lot of people have just know Agha through just through the games, right? And we were able to spend some time with Agha and the team here. And the way that the team is talking about Salman Agha, that is what we're talking about leadership. Salman Agha has let the team know that his message is selflessness. I don't care what I score, I want the team to win.
And he says,
whoever comes and does that for me, he's my guy.
As long as he's the captain, he wants the team to play this particular way.
Yes.
So PCB can remove him, which I don't think they will until the next T20 World Cup. We're going to see the same squad.
Yeah.
Pretty much like 95% same players we're going to be seeing. And
which I don't mind, because games like these remind me that these guys need more game time. We need more Sufyan Muqim playing in the middle here. We need more Shaheen Afridi, who hasn't played cricket for Pakistan for over 130 days. Comes back, gives me actually two pretty decent games here. Kind of made a game out of the last over here with Hassan Ali going for plenty. He made sure that there was enough momentum going his way that he was able to secure the win. Obviously, it didn't go his way. You know, an inside edge finishes the game for him, but the momentum that these guys are carrying forward is ideally important as they look towards the Asia Cup.
I'm going to use an analogy. Pakistan's new side in white ball cricket, it's as if you've been into a car accident and you've broken both of your legs and you're relearning how to walk. Pakistan right now is relearning how to play modern day T20 cricket. So I want to give these guys a bit of a longer run. I do want them to be more adaptable. I think if you come back to the match, Pakistan lost this game. Yes, we had a horrible power play, but we recovered. Our death batting was horrible. We lost 4 wickets for 18 runs.
In the last
we are
how many
playing
overs?
All-rounders. We are sacrificing specialist bowlers so we can play guys like Hassan Ali, Shaheen Afridi, Fahim Ashraf, because they can kind of bat and they can kind of ball. But today, they weren't able to fire back. We should have scored at least 40 the last 4 overs. We scored 18. So immediately, you're about 25, 30 runs short on a pitch where you should have been like 150, 160, I think.
I agree. I think 150, 160 would have actually sealed the deal here. The Pakistan's batting, I just want to say one last thing before we move over to the second innings and the bowling. Look, Mohammad Haris is playing a very certain style of cricket. The first ball he came in, he smashed it over covers. It didn't go for 4, but his intent was very evident on how he wants to take his game forward. At the same time, I am convinced that he is doing everything he can to sabotage his own career.
What's funny is that today, Rizwan, Babar, and Naseem Shah were not playing, but they were in the crowd watching this match. And I think Haris wants Rizwan to come back into the side.
That's the way he's playing, guys. That's the way he's playing.
I've been observing his batting. I love his intent, but I think there is a huge lack of basic game sense. Hitting cross bat to a left arm spinner who's spinning the ball away from you and getting caught out just seems like he's just not there. He needs to work on his game sense. Maybe put him through a simulator and have him go through scenarios where you're like, okay, Haris, you're batting in this position. Here's what's happening. Please don't play a rash shot when you're 2 wickets down.
Look, I know we've talked to Mohammad Haris. Mohammad Haris rates himself very highly. He thinks he's a certain style of player, and I don't mind that sort of manifestation. But this is Haris' 3rd, 4th year in Pakistan cricket. He's captain Shaheens. He's won Asia Cups from them. To be this reckless, I have an issue with that.
He's getting a long run too. Played 5 games in New Zealand, 3 against Bangladesh, 3 again against Bangladesh.
Now
this is his 5, 8, 11, 12th, 13th straight game. So there should be no excuses of him not getting a long run or the team not backing him. The team is actually backing him beyond anybody's expectations.
Yes.
And they look at him as somebody who can be a floater. Last game, he came in at number 6, hit a 6 the first ball, loved it. Today, they sent him early on to use the power play, and I think he could have done a better job.
I think there's a little bit of a disconnect here with what intent means. I think he's taking that a little bit too literally here, and it's the soft dismissals that have pissed me off. Him, Fahim Ashraf,
Cotton bold.
very soft. And honestly, I expect better from these guys. Them contributing will make that difference between 135 to 155 that Pakistan ends up with.
We also saw Shamar Joseph ball here, and he was hands down
Quick,
rapid.
Mine is rapid.
His ball,
Give me a second.
quick. I think he was bowling around 143, 145 clicks on the speedometer, and he looked very fast. So,
You think I forgot something?
Yashi Sports, even though we are not in Canada, they still remain Canada's home of cricket.
Can we say North America's home of cricket, or will that be?
That might be not good for their
Will
brand.
we get sued by somebody
Yes,
else? Okay.
They're Canada's home of cricket. And they've given us the exclusive code BP10 for 10% off your purchase. Go to yashisports.com. Explore their large variety of equipment, of expert advice. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro player. Yashi Sports has all the goods you need. It's because of people like Yashi Sports, our patron community, that we're able to take these trips and sort of live out our dreams. So thank you for your support.
I want to give a shout out to the Patreon community. We met a lot of Patreon members here, Discord members here. Honestly, wouldn't have been possible without you. They've been consistently supporting us since years now. It's been over 2 years, and their love and support has made us come here. We're literally on the ground, guys. We're at Broward County Stadium. We're on the ground. Bish and Bassett just went inside. Like, this is insane.
Let's go to the second innings. I was comparing the power play score. Pakistan had West Indies 34 for 2.
Yeah.
Hassan Ali did not look like he was in his best form, whether it be his first over, second over, third, or his horrendous last over.
Yeah. What was his final stats?
Hassan Ali's final stats were 4 overs, 48 runs, no wickets, 3 wides, 1 no ball.
So that's where I think Pakistan's game slipped. I think the middle overs were bowled really, really well by the spinners. Saim Ayub is turning into quite a delight here.
Abrar what?
Abrar who? With Sufyan Muqim and Saim Ayub, a Saim Ayub that can give you 4 overs and can open the batting, unicorn. Cheat code. You say cheat code, I say unicorn. Nobody else in world cricket is doing that.
This will also get him a lot more man of the match awards. If he scores a quick 35, 40 runs, he takes a couple of wickets,
2 for 30 and
he was a man of the match the first game. We didn't talk about it, but we were very happy to see Saim back in the runs. Just need him to get a bit more consistent. I think he is coming back from injury. This is his 7th, 8th match back from
I
injury.
saw when he went out and he came back in his slippers, he was still wearing the a band, a compression band around his ankle. So
You and Saim have the same injury.
man,
the
it's
same
just
ankle.
the greats of Pakistan cricket reunite. My shoulders also twitching, by the way. Shalab Khan.
Are guys from Gulistan and Johor Karachi cursed?
Or yeah, maybe could be that. Honestly, we don't know. We will never find that answer.
The one thing in this series that's been a revelation is Mohammad Nawaz. Lots of criticism on Nawaz on why is he replacing Shadab Khan, and I'll give you the answer. There's nobody in Pakistan cricket, or maybe even world cricket, who can bowl 4 overs in the middle as a spinner and can bat in the top 6. It's not Assam Amir. It's not Zahid Mahmood. It's not Saad Masood. He's too early. He's too young. Arfat bin Has is too raw, and that's why we see Mohammad Nawaz making a comeback. And in these conditions, he is absolutely lethal. He's a gun fielder. And as somebody who has faced Mohammad Nawaz firsthand, I can tell you he's accurate. He spins the ball. He's a very smart bowler. He has lots of variations. And I think as it stands, he is the highest wicket taker in this series right now at an economy just around 6. He's brought Pakistan back in all the matches he's played.
I think Mohammad Nawaz has been a revelation. Sufyan Muqim has been a revelation. This man has not been getting games in the past 6 months. That was one of the criticisms that people were coming up to. The people were coming up to us, which are like, we run PCB cricket. Did you notice that? Why is Sufyan Muqim not batting? You tell me that. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm asking the same question.
When people met comedians and they're like, tell me a joke?
Yeah, be funny.
People meet us, they're like, Babar has won.
Right there.
Oh, Kohli Babar. I'm like, hello, my name is Bashar. What is your name?
Yeah. It's fun that way to get into it. But at the same time, Sufyan Muqim, I think the strategy with Pakistan right now is he is definitely in the plans. They want to underexpose him, but at the same time, the balance of underexposing him and making sure that he gets game time so that he's game ready for crunch situations is also important.
Sufyan Muqim economy this series 4.87.
How many wickets?
2 wickets.
That's beautiful. From a wrist spinner who's coming into the middle and giving you the squeeze with low scoring totals like these, that's exactly what you need. That's something I do for Share Cricket, Michelle.
Like, imagine today, Pakistan did not have to get Salman Agha to ball overs.
Yeah.
He
No
is a
Fahim Ashraf.
proper off spinner. He can ball 4 overs easy.
No Fahim Ashraf.
No Fahim Ashraf. So, yes, I think even as a captain, Agha wants to be more flexible. But today, I think he banked on his top 5 bowlers to get him wickets and runs.
Yep. I think, honestly, I look back at the last 2 overs with Pakistan needing 24 and 12. Honestly, any other day I would bank these guys to chase to block that. Hassan Ali having a freak over, no ball, wide. I think it's the extras at the end that get you, Bashar. With the no ball and the wide, and the last wide in the last over being a bit questionable. I was talking to Agha after the game as well. He's like, stuff like that. Those decisions can go your way or go against you.
Pakistan had the squeeze on in the middle overs. West Indies only scored 61 for 3 between overs 7 to 15.
Beautiful. That's what you need.
At the death, I think, if you ask me, Pakistan lost this match at the death in terms of batting. We lost 4 wickets for 18 runs. And in the bowling, we conceded way too many runs, more than what we should have. I think we conceded 40 runs in the last 4 overs. I expect Pakistan to execute their plans better. I think they're focusing a lot more on bowling Yorkers. And we saw Jason Holder, experienced guy, goes deep in the crease, smashes it for 6. He's got long range, he's got long reach. And I think Hassan Ali, as an experienced bowler, he's been the PSL's highest wicket taker. He's had a great vitality blast. I should not be saying that here. He had a great vitality blast, one of the top wicket takers, and you expect him to come in and immediately make an impact. I just felt like when he's bowled his first 2 overs and he's gone for runs, why not bring in someone like Fahim? Clearly, it's not Hassan Ali's day.
Yeah, but Hassan Ali, with the experience and the weightage that he has as the guy being the guy, and who he's replacing Harris Rove, death specialist, you have to bank on your guys. What kind of confidence are you giving Hassan Ali saying that I don't trust you after the 2 overs? And Fahim Ashraf, who also went for a lot of runs, Bashar, last game, almost cost them the game. Last over, what they needed, 36, 34?
20, yeah.
Yeah, it got really close. It got by a hair's margin, right? Yeah. And so I would say you'd stick with Hassan Ali at that point. Agha is trying to balance out not only the opportunities of it all, but trying to balance out the responsibility. 9 out of 10 times, Bashar, you give Hassan Ali that over and hope that the guy who knows how to run those generators pulls through. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the last over, though, by Shaheen?
Shaheen brought the game back. 8 runs, I thought the game was done.
People were walking out.
Shaheen got a crucial wicket over Mario Shepard, LBW, and then he was able to just restrict him for singles. And I thought towards the end, Shaheen had the game in his bag. 4 runs off 1 ball.
The wide.
Get a Yorker in, right? Get a wide Yorker in. I think wide Yorker was the plan. Jason Holder moved, but it was the umpire thinks it's a wide, so it's a wide. You can't review that. We talked to Agha. He mentioned that plan was simple, ball a wide Yorker. And I think that last ball, Shaheen did not ball to his field. When you have the fine leg up, you can't really feed it into his pads.
I mean, yeah, I totally agree. And then, it's freak of nature, the way that Jason Holder was. It was literally his game today. You could not hide Jason Holder if you tried. He was in the wickets, he was in the catches, he was in the runs. And when luck is favoring you that hardly, when luck is so fortunate for you, stuff like that happens.
Let's talk about some important things. Pakistan now has about 5 to 6 games left before the big Asia Cup, the encounter against India. I think every game is important. The game tomorrow is going to be the series decider. And I think Pakistan has to win this. This is a new look side. This is a new management, new captain. We need wins. We need series wins. Otherwise, Pakistan media is relentless in trying to remove players, trying to get players out, some players back in. And
we already saw how relentless they were just in the press media thing. Asking very, very tough questions, very loaded questions to a Mohammad Nawaz who's trying his best. Everybody here is trying their best. Now, when it comes to execution, are they successful or are they failing? That is an area of question which I'm pretty sure the staff is working on and making sure that the right combinations are applied. So when situations like these happen in crunch matches in the ACC, in the Asia Cup, or the forthcoming T20 World Cup, the boys have a better answer than just giving it away.
I think if you ask me, Pakistan has about 9 of their 11 guys locked in for the Asia Cup.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe even the T20 World Cup. There's not going to be a lot of changes in this team. The management here wants to follow a specific process. They want to give clear messaging to the players.
Which is important.
There's clear role defined by all the players. Entry points, players know when they'll be coming in, how to prepare for them, and everybody here they're here to support these players, and we're here to support them as well. Pakistan has been playing a brand of cricket for the past 3-4 years that just really didn't get us logically anywhere.
I think with this approach, at least there is a forward momentum. Always remember that 3 steps forward, 1 step back is still 2 steps forward from where you were. And I think this is where Pakistan cricket is. You have to give this model a chance. For over 20 years, we gave that really prehistoric model everything. We gave them players like Shahid Afridi that churned out only 1 trophy. There should have been more trophies with Shahid Afridi, Saeed Ajmal. You just saw Saeed and what he was doing in the WCL. This guy was a magician, and we only have 1 trophy under his name. It is absolutely horrendous the way that system had failed Pakistan cricket. We're trying something new. Let it cook. Let it cook.
Yeah, I think the first step is to get the right people involved,
Which we have.
and I think having Mike Hesson, having Hanif Malik, having all the coaching staff that we have the right people.
Yeah.
And I think we have Salman Al Yaga as the right guy to lead us with this new modern day mindset. So I'm not going to be too critical until the Asia Cup happens, until the T20 World Cup happens. I want to see how this thing plays out. There is some experimentation going on within the playing 11. There's players being rested, some coming up, entry points being changed. Mohammad Haris was opening against New Zealand. Then he went 1 down against Bangladesh. Then he went number 6 against West Indies last game. And today he went number 4. So
As I understand it, his role is more of a floating role, which is, I don't know if Mohammad Haris is the guy to give you that floater role, right?
Yeah.
Like Shadab does that really well in Islamabad United, but that's the one guy that also the captain also can bear the brunt of that responsibility. Maybe they should look at somebody else.
the way things are going, if Haris gets the axe, if he goes back on the bench,
Nobody to blame but
I
him.
don't even trust Farhan's keeping abilities to be a good enough keeper.
To be fair, the game today, there was a lot of stumbling by Haris.
There was a fumble towards the last over. I think it was Hassan Ali bowling and then in the death over. And Haris missed a bye.
So Hassan Ali was replacing Haris Roof. Haris Roof, who also went for a lot of runs in the previous game, even though Pakistan won that was a bit of a sore thumb there. And today, with a low score, you cannot get 48. I would be interested to see what players come out tomorrow. It is a do or die game.
Your thoughts on Shaheen's comeback here? This is his first couple of games back in a few months.
I think there was a Shaheen-shaped hole missing in Pakistan cricket. Pakistan tried to fill it with a lot of people. Salman Mirza, who was relatively more successful. Akif Javed, who was I would say unsuccessful. But that Shaheen-sized hole was not able to be filled. When it's that big of a hole with that big of a superstar with that much experience, giving him a little bit of break is also important. That's why I'm really excited to see what Rizwan and Babar do and Naseem do when they come back in the ODI squad in a few days. So I'll be interested in that. But I think Shaheen has proven himself to still be that guy. I mean, he almost defended 8. If that wide had not gone against him, the game was over.
I may be overcritical, but if Shaheen is our guy to bang on, if he is the Shaheen or the Eagle, I would want him to close that game out for Pakistan.
Yes,
that's how you become a superstar.
He kind of did, but at the same time didn't with the wide call and then the inside edge. I totally get it. I think this is a new and improved Shaheen Afridi. This is Shaheen 2.0. I want to see more of. I would say Shaheen 3.0 now. 2.0 was post injury.
Injury,
and this is post break.
Yeah.
And I think the 6 weeks break did good to a lot of players. That's what I've heard from everybody. The mental health is good. The chemistry is good. Everybody's really happy to be here. And Shaheen's one of those lads, and I want to see him close out more games. I totally agree. I want him to be the guy. He wants to be the Wasim Akram of Pakistan cricket. Wasim Akram would have closed that game out. You know that, and I know that.
Thoughts on just being here in the ground with the crowd here? I felt like I was at Karachi watching a ABN AMRO Cup match.
Yeah.
The DJ was playing string songs, and it was just amazing to see so many Pakistani fans cheer
Thousands
for
of
your
them.
team.
It was not even just that. Like, there was so much happiness around just being backward point fans. Like, we were in the stands and people were running up to us, taking pictures, talking to us, and that's even more just the happiness there, the unification there. That's what I was craving, and we don't really go out much. And for us to be here in the midst of Pakistani cricket fans, loving the game and enjoying the game and being happy to be here with us, that's.
There was a funny moment this afternoon where we went to meet Nawaz, and I think Abdullah Shafiq was there, and we were saying hi to Nawaz and Abdullah Shafiq. And these 2 fans come up, and instead of taking a picture with Abdullah Shafiq or Mohammad Nawaz, they were like, "Hey, backward point, can we get a picture with you guys?" And I'm like, "Bro, that's Mohammad Nawaz and Abdullah Shafiq.
Yeah.
You should take a picture with them." They're like, no, we want a picture with you guys.
And then they did take a picture with them, in all fairness. But yeah, stuff like that, very humbling. And even Nawaz was teasing us about that. It's like, what is start over? And honestly, it's heartwarming, it's humbling. Hopefully none of this gets to your head, Bashar. I know you have a big ego about this stuff.
No, I'm just very
He demanded
grateful.
a different hotel room after
I'm
this.
very grateful to be having this opportunity. I keep saying this, like the 12-year-old version of me is absolutely screaming and he can't believe this is my life.
Bashar, the 26-year-old version of you is also absolutely screaming. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. We'll try to get a guest. I don't know if it's going to be from someone from the Pakistan cricket team, from the West Indies cricket team.
Oh yeah, just on that note, we are on good terms with a lot of the management here and the players. They want to talk to us. But PCB has a clear policy right now to not have any player interviews.
No one-on-one interviews
No
with
one-on-one
anybody.
interviews.
It's not just us. It's like a blanket situation.
They're like, if we say yes to you guys, then we have to say yes to 1,000 other media requests.
So that's why you won't see a lot of players on our podcast in the coming days, at least I believe till the World Cup. So it's going to be a bummer, but we're going to have a surprise guest tomorrow, hopefully, if they decide to show up. I don't know where they are, honestly. And if they come, we'll have a series review and talk about some other things.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening in.
Yeah, man,
Like,
this has
share,
been-
subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
This has been great. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, what he said. Cheers.